I've been in a number of conversations recently with operators and service providers across stadiums, sports clubs, live event venues. And what's consistent across all these discussions is that we're operating with an audience that is already emotionally invested. They care deeply about the team, the sport, the artist. Their attention isn't passive, it's heightened and time bound. And all of this is commercially significant. So, in our drive to deliver outcomes benefiting the stakeholders of these venues, our roles are a little reversed. It's less about creating engagement from scratch and more about structuring and capturing the engagement that already exists. As is usually the case, our entry point into these projects is often practical and technology based. How do we give better facility access to our members, or what controls can we give to hosts and their guests in private suites? What are the digital interfaces that we can enable for access passes, host branding, interactive event content? What are the personalized controls we can give of lighting, AV, and climate? These are all practical examples of the technical driven utility in these spaces. And once you look closer, the practical and control layer becomes something much more powerful. In a stadium environment, when we bridge utility with live emotional investment, the moment of interaction becomes a moment of attention. And in this setting, that attention carries commercial weight. As an example, let's take a revenue outcome, a drive to increase food and beverage spend on private suites. When someone is emotionally invested in an event, it's a period where they are most engaged and receptive. If we can be present in their space at this time, even if only for a brief moment of utility, we have their attention in a critical moment of their engagement, and with an increased value proposition. Another round of beverages without missing a goal. Ordering extra food to arrive before halftime? Well, we can do that for you. Right in the same application you use to access the suite and select the media content. Add to this that for your corporate hosts, catering to ad hoc guest needs without friction, right in the middle of the main event. Well, that's the type of executive experience that will also drive repeat suite bookings. So, what started as a conversation for better in suite control has quickly become a channel, a branded membership and event and session based engagement layer that connects hosts and guests not just to the room, but to the wider commercial ecosystem of that venue. Things like additional food and beverage, selling of limited merchandise, connectivity to sponsors. What about booking priority for the next events? And because it's tied to the identity and repeat use of those members, it doesn't disappear when the final whistle blows. With all of these discussions with stadium operators, the infrastructure is already in place. There are suites, they have AV, there are service teams for the food and beverage, the fan base is already passionate. What's often missing is a cohesive digital layer that connects it all together and captures the upside. So, for venues looking at long-term asset performance, you already have that engaged member base. Your private suites represent more than premium real estate. You already have a high-value recurring environment. Digital engagement can become the direct channel between your brand and your most valuable customers, delivering personalized, practical user experiences that are also aligned with the event, the venue, and the host, all of which drive outcomes that strengthen revenue, reinforce loyalty, and compound the asset value.